I'd like to congratulate John Franklin and Jason Smith graduating today. Very big deal for them. Jason's a guy that went to junior college, and he made it here and he graduated. And of course, John Franklin was at another school, went to junior college and graduated today. So I know their teammates were really excited as well as their coaches were for them today. I think it's a pretty solid day of practice today, really focused on red zone. Yesterday was more of a third down day, and today was red zone. Of course, we're getting prepared for a Monday scrimmage. Just felt like we had to have those two things in before we have a good scrimmage. Planning on quite a few plays. We're going to get a chance to let everybody show what they can do adequately, and then we'll do some special teams too. Tomorrow's an off day. Give you guys a chance to go to church and be off and all that. So feel good about today, and really excited and looking forward to the scrimmage. Questions?
What was T.D. Moultry's issue today?
He just got a little dinged up. We expect him back. Nothing serious.
What was just the first assessment of full pads today, guys? Just going to take over the quarterbacks. Just what have you seen over the course of the week, but specifically today?
Yeah, I think they've all had a solid first week. We've thrown the ball quite a bit. We've thrown the ball probably even more in individual too, and I think all their arms are holding up good. Good competition, and I think all three. I think right now the probably the best way to put it is, all three. I feel like can run our offense, and even Malik has a good understanding of just the core base offense, which for a true freshman, that's really good. So that's probably just kind of confirming what I said, in media days, that we have quality depth at quarterback. So I think that's probably the best way to put it, just after the practice that we've had.
Gus, is there an issue with Andrew Williams, or?
He got a little dinged up, but like I said, fall camp, that's part of it. Nothing serious and all that. So.
Yes, obviously full pads, line of scrimmage then becomes a little bit different. What did you see out of those guys up front?
Tell you what, there's been some good competition. I mean, there's a great competition. Matter of fact, the guys are getting after it up front, the defensive and offensive front, and just trying to get better. And there's good competition on both sides too. And like I said the other day, competition brings out the best in everybody. I mean, and of course we're staying up and all that, but Monday, I mean, that's when we'll really be able to evaluate, at the highest level, all positions once we get out the stadium. And that's just kind of what I just told them, that, hey, from a coach's standpoint, we go in that stadium and it's a scrimmage. It means more. And just told them to rest up their body and prepare, especially the young guys. Just challenging the young guys to understand that, the young guys that really want to have a chance to help, in scrimmages, we put them up a little bit of a notch, from practice. So we just challenge those guys.
4 years ago, you said you knew after the first scrimmage Nick Marshall was your guy. Is it possible that after this first scrimmage you know who your quarterback is?
Well, I think it was more of the first time we went live. It took a series to figure out that, he needed to be the quarterback. It's different. We have more information, like I said the other day, about those guys. So, scrimmage is going to mean something. There's no doubt they're important. And just like I said, they're important to every position. But I'm not ready to say, anything as far as making decisions after the first scrimmage.
Gus, a lot of offensive linemen mentioned, and one of the guys that didn't get a lot of talk was Markel Harrell, and he's a guy that's been mixing in with that first group. What have you seen out of him from the spring to now, and I guess what's he doing well?
Well, first thing I'll say about him, it's important to him. It's important to him. I think he's lost close to 10 pounds. Just trying to give his best chance of playing, and he's been in the mix, and he's competing. He's one of those guys competing for a spot, and it's important to him, and he's got a good skill set.
Who else have you seen at left guard besides him?
Boy, I think Coach Hans rotated quite a few guys. I know Mike Horton got some reps at left guard. Caleb Kim's got some reps at left guard too. So, there's been a lot of mixes and matching, probably more mix and matching this fall camp for the first week than any of the three previous. But it also says something a little bit about our depth, I think. And So what we'll need to do is, after that second scrimmage, I mean, we've got to really start putting the pieces of the puzzle, because I've made a point before how important it is in our offense that the guys get used to playing beside each other and the communication, everything that goes with it.
Having basically an extra week of practice, does that allow you to do a little bit more of those things than you might normally?
Of course, you got off days now, and then we have kind of an off day even built in that, walkthroughs and stuff like that. So, I like our plan, and yeah, we can do a little bit more, I feel like, but, taking care of their bodies is probably the biggest difference than in the past.
When you evaluate your first full pads practice, do you spend a little extra time and see how the new guys do first time?
There's no doubt. I mean, we learn more about the young guys first day in full pads. Like I said, we'll learn twice as much in the scrimmage. Just trying to get those guys ready, especially the guys that are talented enough to help. It's our job as coaches to get them prepared mentally to know what they're up against.
Coaching the freshmen really caught your eye so far?
Get me after the first scrimmage. If you get me after the first scrimmage, I can probably be a little more specific. I mean, there's been certain plays that you say, okay, wow, that's a good play, and then next play they forget the play. I mean, that's part of being a freshman, But get me to the scrimmage, and I'll probably be more specific.
What do you think of your punters so far and the walk-on Aiden Marshall?
I'll say this: nobody's separated themselves yet, and we'll do some live, punt return in the stadium on Monday. That'll be very important, but no one's separated themselves yet.
Is that concerning, at this point? I mean,
It's concerning that we don't have a starter at this point, no doubt. That's concerning. I do feel like we've got some solid options. And like I said before, I mean, Daniel Carlson can do it. I mean, he did as a freshman. Is it ideal? Is it best for our team? It would be best for our team if one of those other guys would step up. But Daniel has done it, and if he has to do it, he'll do it, and he'll do a good job. But that's a good competition.
Are you confident that whoever the starter will be, Gus, is here, that you wouldn't pursue a graduate transfer or something?
The guys are here. The guys we're planning on doing it.
Is that something you think might be a game by week type?
Oh, I hope not. I mean, that won't be good. I mean, we need somebody to step up and get it done, and that's our plan. And, at this point, I think we'll be able to do that.
Yes, Darius Slayton's got it. Looks like he's gotten bigger and more physical.
Mhm.
What have you seen out of him so far?
Yeah, I mean, I know Cody's really challenged him. He's got a very high skill set. He's one of the older guys on the group. He's very competitive. I mean, he's gotten better. I mean, there's no doubt he's gotten better from the spring, but we expected him to. And I've said this, our receiver group, we've challenged them to take the next step as a group. I mean, they're a very talented group. They're young, but they all got experience last year. So he's in that mix, and I can tell they're better, but we still got to keep going. And he's one of those guys that has a chance to be a good player.
Obviously, like offensive line, wide receiver, you can rotate guys in and
Mhm.
out, but how important is it to find a group of 3 or 4?
No, it's very important. It's one of the most important things, the integrity and the communication and everything that goes up front, working beside the guy. That's very important.
You spoke of John graduating today and whatnot. Can you speak to just the fact that he's still here, the fact that he stuck with the program when obviously his intent to be a quarterback
Mhm.
at this level was readily apparent?
Yeah.
He said even after the Iron Bowl that we'd see more of him. And
Yeah.
the Sugar Bowl didn't go his way with the pensioners and whatnot. So
Yeah.
Can you speak to his decision to stay here and that he's going to stay 5 years?
Well, I tell you what, when I got him up before the team today and was talking about him, that's one of the things that I hit. He's been through some ups and downs, but he hung in there, and it says a lot about him. He's one of our leaders. He's trying to do everything he can to help the team. Not just receiver, but special teams and those things. So I'm real proud of John.
Does he have a pretty good chance to return kickoffs this year?
He's got a chance. I mean, he's in the mix, but these scrimmages will be very critical. To seeing not only what he can do, but what other guys can do.
How has in this over the last several months just the evaluation evaluation of, like, say, the pinch nerve and the sugar bowl that came up, you said at the time it'd be something to be evaluated. Does that prop it up at all? Because obviously the receiver.
Yeah, no, it was a cramp. I think, and cramped up in his forearm, and like I said, I don't think that'll be as big a factor playing receiver. When it's your right arm and you're trying to grip it and you catch cramps, I'm sure everybody in this room's got a cramp before, and it's no fun, and you can't control it, and that was tough on him. But playing receiver, it won't be as big a deal if that happens again, which that's the first time I've ever had that happen.
What's the competition like with him and Will at that 3 receiver spot?
We've moved John around a little bit. We're just trying to figure out the best position to utilize his speed. He's one of the fastest guys in college football, and just trying to find positions to really utilize his strengths.
As for the scrimmage Monday, how you play, plays?
A lot. I'm going to get with the coordinators tomorrow where we're at. But this is going to be a big one. I mean, we're going to let everybody get their chance and show what they can do.
Yes, you said in your first meeting with us that Jason Smith could have an impact on special teams.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean returner, or could you find another spot for him if he doesn't?
I'm hoping we get him on most of our special teams, no matter where it's at. I mean, he's just, he's a senior now. He's got some experience, and we need those guys to really step up, and we're challenging him, and so far he's rising to the occasion.
Anything else? All right, Coach.
Thank you, guys.